Hey everyone, Usman here. So today I am going to be doing my video about the D23 Marvel Studios presentation. Saturday was when they did their presentation at D23 for the Marvel Studios panel. They had a Marvel Studios panel and they talked about all the upcoming Marvel projects, showed a couple bits of footage here and there, provided some more news, and addressed some things here and there. So I'm going to be talking about that right here in this video. I got an article that I'm going to be pulling up from Newsweek. So I'm going to be reading a couple things, skipping around here and there, and talking about it afterwards, giving my thoughts. And before I talk about any of that, don't forget to like and subscribe, and just leave a comment letting me know, have you watched D23? Have you seen any of the upcoming Marvel news? Are you excited for all the upcoming stuff that's coming your way? Anything like that, let me know down below in the comments. Love to hear your thoughts. All the Marvel news at D23 Expo. Werewolf by Night announced. A new special Disney Plus titled Werewolf by Night is set to premiere on the streaming platform on October 7th. The show will star Gal Garcia Bernal as Jack Russell, also known as Werewolf by Night, and although plot details are kept under wraps, it shows the show will explore how the character uses his powers. Basically, Werewolf by Night is a thing that was rumored for the longest time to be released by Marvel. I sort of heard of the character. I heard that Moon Knight fought him in the comics, and that was Moon Knight's first introduction. It was in a Werewolf by Night comic book. I heard rumors about Werewolf by Night. It's like, oh yeah, Werewolf by Night, that's going to be coming out. They finally released it. So it's now they actually, finally released all this stuff regarding that. Yeah, I think that's, after watching the trailer for it, it looks kind of interesting. So I'm excited to see what they do. And Man-Thing's in it. He's like a swamp creature that is big in the comics. So, I'm excited to see what they do with it. It looks actually more interesting compared to some of the other upcoming MCU projects, as well as some of which I'm watching right now. So, and it looks like it's going to be like a proper horror-based project. So we'll see what happens. Secret Invasion teaser trailer released. Secret Invasion is continuing the Marvel Cinematic Universe exploration of the Skrull invasion. Aliens who are able to disguise themselves as anyone on Earth. Following the events of Captain Marvel, Samuel L. Jackson will return as Nick Fury along with Kobe Smulders as Maria Hill, the former director of S.H.I.E.L.D., and there's a teaser trailer that was released at D23. Yeah, with Secret Invasion, that is a show that's going to be coming out sometime next year. So yeah, it's basically going to be about the Skrull invasion. It's going to be a Nick Fury-based show. They made a Nick Fury-based TV movie or something, I think, back in the late 90s with David Hasselhoff, and I heard that wasn't great. I never saw it, but you never know. Maybe I'll review it one day on this channel. It's just going to be, Samuel L. Jackson coming back to play the character after, again, he's played the character many times. I'm interested to see what they do with him in the show, how it ties in everything, because last we saw in Captain Marvel, the Skrulls are actually good, but there are also bad Skrulls out there. So it's going to be fun to see what they do with those aliens, with the shape-shifting aliens, and how they tie it in together, and seeing all the other actors come back, like Don Cheadle as War Machine, and was it Kobe Smulders as Maria Hill and everything. Seeing all those guys, all them interact will be great. It looks like it's going to be an interesting show, much more darker sort of serious tone, which I appreciate the most. I like that with Marvel as opposed to them just being completely lighthearted, so it makes it even more interesting because I like it when they delve into more of the serious tone. Armor Wars casting news. Armor Wars is currently in production, and the Disney Plus series at D23 Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige announced the show will mark the return of Don Cheadle as James Rhodey Rhodes, aka War Machine. So this is a show that's going to be coming out talking about it's based off a comic book arc that came out with Stark Tech getting into the wrong hands, and the different sort of villains or so of Iron Man or whatever, sort of taking over his technology. Tony Stark obviously in the MCU is dead, so they're going to find a way to use War Machine or Rhodey to find a way to do something about that. So it's going to give him his own show. He was more of a secondary based character, but I'm glad that they're giving someone like Don Cheadle some more sort of screen time, because he does a great job playing Rhodey. I feel like Rhodey needs more screen time in general because there's just so much with him that they could explore. Hopefully the CGI will be great, and we'll see some cool fight scenes and everything, and it'll be cool. Captain America New World Order cast confirmed. Casting for Captain America New World Order, fourth Captain America movie. Sam Wilson reprises Captain America. Carl Lumley, basically everybody from Falcon and Winter Soldier is coming back. And then a newer surprise, which I think is great, sort of, is that Feige also confirmed that Tim Blake Nelson would appear in the film as Dr. Samuel Stearns, the character he played in the 2008 film Incredible Hulk. Yeah, what I find amazing is that they're basically just sort of, connecting the Incredible Hulk film more to the MCU now by just adding these actors, like the original actors from that film, into these newer movies and shows and stuff, and these newer projects. So I find that to be incredibly awesome. He's a Hulk villain, so it's going to be weird for Falcon to be fighting him, or the new Captain America to be fighting him. It's going to be interesting, and on top of that, maybe we'll see Lear again later on in the future. Thunderbolts cast revealed. Thunderbolts will be the final film of Phase 4 in the MCU, but the main cast was officially revealed at D23. David Harbour, Red Guardian, Hannah John Kamen will play Ant-Man and the Wasp, Ghost, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Valentina Allegra de Fontaine, Fontaine. Sebastian Stan returns as Bucky. Wyatt Russell will portray John Walker, and the team will be rounded off with Florence Pugh, Yelena Belova. Thunderbolts, I heard about that for the longest time. They're going to be bringing that in. That was a fun piece of news. I heard it'll be like the replacement for the Avengers, I guess, because the Avengers are disassembled in the MCU, so we'll see how they sort of tie it all in together. And hopefully it'll be a good show, a good movie. Like, it'll be a fun movie, and it'll be cool and get people more invested. Loki season 2 casting news. So Tom Hiddleston, Sophie DiMartino, they went to go there, and then another actor joined it. Forgive me if I'm butchering his name. Your name, Ke Huy Quan, had joined the cast. Quan recently appeared in Everything Everywhere All at Once, and almost played Short Round in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Also famously played Short Round in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom in 1984. So that's an Indiana Jones movie he was in, and then he was also in a time-traveling multiverse movie this year. In that movie, Everything Everywhere All at Once. This is cool news. You know, I'm excited to see Loki season 2. I think Loki season 2 comes out next year, so that'll be cool. I really enjoyed season 1. Can't wait to see what they do after what happened with Kang at the end of the first season. Tom Hiddleston as Loki is a great pick. He's a great actor, and I hope he gets to play Loki more and more as time goes on. Ironheart finds the hood. Ironheart is currently also in production, but it announced at the event that In the Heights star Anthony Ramos would be portraying Parker Robbins, aka the Hood, in the Disney Plus series. Never heard of that character. Ironheart, I'm kind of fascinated to see what they do with it. The character I heard is not really well liked in the comics. A lot of people don't really like her, but I don't really know that much about the character, but I'm willing to see what they do with it, and I think and hope it'll be a fun show and a way to carry on the legacy of Iron Man. Echo is the new TV show dedicated to Maya Lopez, Alaqua Cox's character who made her debut in Hawkeye. The show recently finished filming, and at D23 it was confirmed that Vincent D'Onofrio would return to the show as Wilson Fisk, also known as Kingpin, because at the end of Hawkeye, he didn't die at the end of Hawkeye. Everybody knows that, because I think in the comics, he gets shot by Echo in the eyes and then basically comes back. So he doesn't die, as well as you would never bring back, you know, Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin or Kingpin himself, and then basically be like, oh, he's no, they're going to bring him back for future stuff, and I know they will, proper MCU stuff, and that's going to be awesome. So I can't wait to see what they do with that. And leading into Vincent D'Onofrio and Kingpin, speaking of which, Daredevil Born Again. D'Onofrio stayed on the D23 stage, and he was joined by Charlie Cox, and the two actors confirmed they would both be starring in Daredevil Born Again as Fisk and Matt Murdock. The pair announced that filming for the forthcoming show will begin in 2023, though they did not give any further details on the plot or who will join them in the cast. So Daredevil Born Again, that's an upcoming Marvel Disney Plus show that's going to be coming out in 2024. I'm excited for this show, that they're going to be bringing it back again. I heard that Charlie Cox, the actor who plays Daredevil, Matt Murdock, said that it's not going to be a season 4. It's more like going to be like a sort of like a new sort of beginning in a way. You know, like it's born again, like the show, the character is born again, but it's going to be something different. There's going to be more episodes, so it's going to be something great. Because a lot of the complaints with these Disney Plus shows is that they're very, very short, and they only have about 6 episodes, so they don't really have a lot of time to breathe. But I heard with Daredevil Born Again, they're going to add some more stuff to it, more content. So that to me is going to be cool. And I really love his portrayal of the character, and I hope that we get to see him again in future stuff. So those are my thoughts on the D23 stuff. Exciting news, great news. Hopefully the MCU keeps on delivering. I know a lot of people still have problems. I do kind of somewhat with the comedy and everything, but I'm starting to sort of enjoy it more as time goes on, and I'm still going to be a fan. We'll see what else they do. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment, and I will see you next time.